Welcome back to the channel, folks. My name is Joel Duggan, and we are, of course, on the Citadel here in Westhill. And we're going to be working on the West Ridge Bridge today, picking up where we left off on Thursday. And we have a loose outline. You can see the center line of the bridge, the supports, the mid supports, and then this structure here, this connecting structure, is where I'm a little concerned as to how it might look. It feels very funny on the map here with a very straight line here, but I feel like we might be able to do a couple things, one of which might be to change this tower that's already finished. It's not a huge adjustment, so if we do have to fix things, it'll be all right. The other thing is that when we get up here, you'll notice that it makes the town feel very vulnerable from this ridge. So I think the first thing I want to do before we get too involved in this area is maybe pull the road a little bit farther along to the west and just sort of see how it is that it's shaping up so that we can kind of shape those approaches the best way and kind of have the feeling of coming through that ridge makes sense. And that was a creeper. I don't know where he came from. I don't know where you came from. You dropped in from somewhere. Where did you come from? I'm assuming the roof would be my guess. Somewhere's up there, there are probably some low light levels. I've been AFK in there for about 20 minutes. Yep, I would say roof creeper would be my guess. I'll have to remember that. So here is the approach so far. I do like the look of this in a certain way. I'm thinking also we could lower this a little bit to maybe make these equal. I'm not really sure. We have to figure out if that's where the wall is going to stay, if that's where it's going to move. So we need to grab some extra stone. Let's grab some of that. And coarse dirt. Cosmic Obu, Dan, Scotsman. Good to see everybody. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. I won't spoil anything, but I watched the latest episode of Star Trek Picard. Wow. They are really, I don't want to say anything that gives it away. It was good. I'll just say that. It was good. Very, very, very good. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. That's the kind of like the gate area. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually I prefer to go 5. Actually, we can leave that like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that over on this side too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that was right before. Whoops. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time to sleep. Yeah, they really had a solid ending. I like the plot too on Picard. What they've done with Jack and how they've handled it. I wish Worf's dialogue continues to be terribly wooden, and I don't know who's responsible for that. It's a little on the rough side. All right, so we're needing to go this way. I'm going to use coarse dirt for this. at least for now. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where the map comes in very handy. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's probably going to be 7 wide, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So I don't know whether that's going too far to the south or not. No, I think that's pretty good. We might extend this a little bit farther. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm trying to keep it relatively straight, so I'm trying to push it a little bit farther. North than I had it previously. And I think I'll have to get rid of some of this. Just visually so we can actually see what we're doing. You know what? I didn't mind how they resolved the data stuff in Picard. I thought that was pretty good. I like where data is now. I think one of the things that they do very well in the series is they take characters from where they were 20 years ago and they put them somewhere different, which I think is probably something that the actors really appreciate. This isn't right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's right. So here it feels like you're definitely coming in and you're being scooted this way. So this is where I think we could actually have this be straight to this point. And I don't know how we're going to handle this because this is pretty steep. We might have to be careful as to how much we're going to cut away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, I am nudging it just a little bit north, which means that this is wrong here, or would be wrong. So this is what I was talking about before when I was talking about doing everything on the X and Z axis and then worrying about the Y axis later. So you can see on the map, it gives us a really easy tool to help with the X and the Z axis. And all I'm doing is going 2 past where it was before on the other side, so that it's a slightly more gentle curve. Now these will be into the ground. It's not going to be this high. I think that's pretty good. I almost want to curve this a little bit more so that when you come over this ridge, instead of facing this way, I kind of want to be facing a little bit more that way. So all we have to do there is just shorten these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be okay. And then we just have to tidy these back a little bit. So there's 3 there. So I'll push this back. Yeah, I'm sure we can get into it, but then we just run the risk of spoiling it for people. And the episode only just came out on Thursday, and it's a short series for anybody that needs to get caught up on Picard. And as Stephen ESC and I were talking about on the Citadel Cafe, which I haven't published yet, the first 2 seasons are available on Paramount Plus. The 3rd season you have to buy Crave in Canada. I'm not sure where else it's available, but it's a bit of a problem for Canadians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'd want to overlap that on this side. Right, that's not too bad. So we'll drop that down, and hopefully coming up over this ridge, it'll give you a decent view before you kind of turn your focus to the gate. Unfortunately, I feel like I might want to remove a little bit of the bend. I think I might have gone a little bit too far south here, so we might have to straighten this out a little bit sooner. It feels like an unnecessary bend in the road, I guess. And as far as the Y value, I don't want to be any lower than this. I feel like if we got lower, it would then be a problem. So yeah, we'll I guess for now we'll use stone bricks. I need some more regular stone. Dalaman Dam, good to see you. Yeah, the most recent episode of the Mandalorian was very good as well. I spoke about that a little bit on stream on Friday because we were building a Star Wars Imperial probe droid and talked about that, and that was fantastic. Definitely a fist clenching episode with some good laughs. There's a couple of jokes in Picard that didn't land very well with me. I thought they were a little bit odd given the circumstances. Sleep. Isn't the next one the last episode? I think for both Picard and Mando. They're at season finales now, yeah. Oh, we might have to think about how this is coming down here. So let's not take this extra step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll eliminate this part. And I'll try to eliminate one of these steps here. And yes, I don't know why, but I collect all the coal I see. And when there's this much of it just sitting here, I just grab it. I think it's because our blaze rod farm is not the best solution. And it's a long way away, so it's easier for me when I need to smelt something just to use a block of coal. It's also kind of fun to decorate with coal when you can. I don't know if that's going to be easy to see. Probably not. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go with 13 maybe. I think this rock is going to have to move. Oh, spoke too soon. Yeah, I like that curve a little bit better. Maybe we'll pull this back by 2. This could almost turn into a bridge itself, considering how far it's going over the north side here. All right, so we're going to have to knock this back at least to here. And then probably half of that again. Crystal Alpaca with the Prime sub, 4 months. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday so far. We're working on the road, heading to the west. Before we get into the bridge, I wanted to kind of sweeten up this path a bit. Trying to remember how I was doing this. Right, so this is wrong here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, okay, that's right. I think that's right. It's hard when you're trying to adjust a line by 1 all the way down. So the idea I thought would be that this road would go across this stone ridge. And we'd use some of the stone of the ridge to kind of create the road. So some of this obviously would be chipped away and we'll make it look a lot nicer. But if I'm walking down the center here, I feel like that feels pretty good. And if I'm coming back down, yeah, that doesn't feel like we're too far off kilter. Obviously, we'll have to take down the edge of this a little bit. It's hard with this up here, as it is right now. But then it starts to go north. So we've got to extend this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that gets us basically where it started off. I think this is something we can see on the map. Close to it. So yeah, the whole thing ended up going just 1 block north. A lot of times I use blocks that are brightly colored so that you can see what's going on a little bit better. But and sometimes you hate doing things twice. Roosterma, good to see you again. Let's get a bird's eye view. Hopefully it'll become a little bit clearer. Yeah, so we'll have to smooth this out a little bit. Or a lot. Got a funny feeling we're gonna miss or lose the top dirt level there. I don't think it's gonna be quite so high. Although it is a really cool view from up here. Yeah, I think maybe we'll have to keep it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That stays there. And where does this change? Here. Yeah, I think that works. It's hard to see, but I think that works. And yeah, I think one of the things we could do would be to carve this back a little bit. So that as you're walking along here, you'll have more of a view. So we'll take this down. Yeah, so that way when you're walking along, you've got a decent view. I might even pull this back a little bit too. You like how I always take the view and reveal into consideration? Thanks. Yeah, I mean, that's how I think level designers do it in video games. And I mean, obviously this is in the way right now, but standing here, I think being able to see from the middle of the road, being able to see a good portion of that, and knowing that it's not like a sheer clip face. But this is the only other problem that I have with this, kind of like as a mental gymnastics sort of thing, is that if there was somebody trying to attack the town, well, like they've got clear shots all along here, which is why I want to turn this into something a little bit more formidable. But the problem here is that if I have any kind of access to this tower, then you get access to the whole town just through this, right? So this has to be its own thing. This can't have any access. This has to be, they can be attached, right? Because then that acts as a wall here, but like this and this can be attached, but this cannot be attached to this inside. There can be no door here, right? This has to be a solid thing. Right? It has to be its own thing. And I might make this bigger, or I might make this more important looking, something along those lines. But we definitely want to be up here. I don't want to be any lower, which means we have to gradually get down to this level. I would say by about here. So at what point? I'd say at about here is where it would be good to start dropping. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks to go down. Ugh. So we'll do 12. Just because that's an easier thing to manage. And do I have slabs? I do. So the reason I did 12 is because it's easily divisible by 4. Now this doesn't have to be straight. We can kind of push that back a little bit. Need more stuff. I knew it was going to be a bigger project than I anticipated. I figured the bridge would be straightforward. I knew that this part would end up being complicated. But I think it's worth it. I think it helps complete the area. That's right. So then probably this is going to curve away, would be my guess. And again, we're going to cut this off too. So this will also help with the view of the town. So again, I'm working separately from the Z-axis stuff. I'm copying all the stuff we did with the X and Z axis. I'm just dropping it down vertically so that it works. Oops. Need more smooth stone slabs, I think. Or sorry, regular stone slabs. Oh, you sort of run with the punches. Like you kind of realize that this project has gone on so long because you sort of like see the potential in things. And one of the things I think is testament to the success I feel in this build is that when you're kind of open to those possibilities, even though you think you're just going to build a bridge, when you realize that this could make a cool connection, you know, when you realize that by adding extra towers and pushing it longer to make it look good means that it's going to be a much more complicated build, then, I mean, leaning into that, I think, is one of the more important things that you can do. Being open to those things. It's why when you've got like secret passages that pop up, you know, like just being aware of those potential things, I think is really good. Yeah, that's going to have to get cut back. Yeah, but essentially what I want this to look like is I want this to look like we've used the road or the ridge as part of the road structure. So not the final textures, but certainly how I want things to look. So at least on the bottom part, once you're here, that feels pretty good, I think. And then you're into this area here. So that will move back a bit because, I mean, well, one, it's ugly, but also it could help, but it's right now it's kind of in the way. I want to push it so it doesn't overlap the bridge structure. And some of this could be turned so that it feels a little bit more more like the ridge continues, you know? I would even say as far as going up here with more slabs. I mean, I guess we could potentially have it start there. Because see, like, now they're not touching. I mean, they always will if you get far enough away, but when you get about here, it feels nice to have this be a certain vibe, you know? So maybe this is part of the ridge? I don't know. We could always mess around with that. I think this road is eventually going to be all stone slabs and stuff, because the bridge deck is going to be andesite and stone, and I'll want there to be some sort of shift. That's a little bit weird, isn't it? Let's push this over one. Yeah, so now the problem becomes getting from here all the way up from 79 all the way up to, oh gosh, 88. We gotta go nine blocks, probably to about here. So that's 9130. So it's what's that? It's not very many. It's only like 17. We start back here. We have 27 blocks, but that's not nearly as much as I want. So I need slabs, and I need it to be sections. I don't think I want to do a switchback here. I feel like that would be a little bit much. But I guess the advantage of a switchback would be that you'd come up here and you'd have to like turn around and come down to there. Or come around this way and go down as you're facing the town and then come back. I don't know. I don't like the idea of a switchback. How many of the projects that you are working on now are procrastination from working on the keep? Well, there's that. Yeah, I've got a good idea about what I want to do now. That is just going to make the place feel very complete, and I don't want to then have all this little piddly stuff to do after that. I kind of want a nice crescendo at the end. Switchbacks are good defensively as they prevent charging. Yeah, but like, what are you going to charge? I mean, you're kind of coming over the hill here, and you're going to be at a bottleneck anyway, if that was the case. I want to see if I can do this straight. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I'm going to go up 9. That's only every 2 blocks. That's no good. It's really going to smooth this down, that's for sure. It's going to be basically like just like a straight staircase. Because once we add slabs in here, that's it, right? It's just going to be sets of 1 slab. Although the bridge is sets of 2. Oh, that's 3. let's try that. Let's try 3 here. We'll do 3 here. 2. Three there, and then 3 here. So what that would look like is 3, 3. Oh, no, that's not going to work. I may have to make the top of this a lot lower. Yep, it's basically just like a straight staircase. That's the only thing about Minecraft where you want to create like an angled road, but of course it just looks like stairs. You can't do the smooth thing that you want to do. Oh yeah, I mean players are not going to necessarily follow a switchback. This is more just for lore, kind of imaginary places. See, this doesn't feel so bad, so maybe we just have to bite the bullet and just make sure that we don't do anything less than 2 in a row. I don't know, it doesn't feel that bad. If I did this in 2s, how far down would we end up going? Because the bridge is on 2s, and it feels okay. It's not the end of the world. Oh yeah, we are really far down. So we'd be a full 3 blocks lower. Yeah, oh yeah, no, that's not good. Okay, so 3, 2, and then we'll just go back up by 1s, I guess. Was worth a shot, but I think I prefer the view over a smooth road. I just want to make sure that I can smooth it out at least a little bit at the top here. I might sacrifice a little bit of height. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I think that's where we're going to call the top there. And then here would be the top of the ridge. I'm just going to fill it all in with stone for now, and then we'll worry about textures later. Because really what I want to do is just get this sorted so that we can then do the bridge the way that we want. Goes back to that conversation I was having with Pixel Riffs about, you know, before you do the bridge tower, you kind of have to do the things around the bridge tower, you know? Yeah, sunrise and sunset from up here would be cool too, I agree. So it's not meant to be a staircase, but sure as heck looked like one. Now I'm going to match everything up. At least we'll have a fair amount of textures available to us. That's nice, at least. So slow going, but hopefully worth it. Whoops, wrong texture. Time to bridge a break. Thanks, Dan. Oops. Actually, that one was right, wasn't it? Right, so then the road will continue down the other way. Get rid of these. And then what I'll have to do is get rid of this stuff. So that way this is not going to be obstructing the view either. And then we'll put some of this back as stone so that it still looks like it's part of the mountain. Now this is the part where I just didn't anticipate it to be quite so much work. So to answer your question from earlier, Cosmic, yeah, this is where I was just like, oh man, every time you make an adjustment, you just realize, especially in Minecraft, when you're like, okay, by moving this one thing over or by reducing the height of this thing by 2 blocks, I then have to change like all of this stone, and that's where things get a little bit, I guess, more involved than previously anticipated. It's not hard work, it's just kind of like little things that kind of push you farther and farther away from the task that you'd set out. You know, like the tweet was like, let's go work on a bridge. I haven't touched the bridge yet so far this stream. So we'll move that wall too. And that will be all flattened out. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. I'm near a bridge. Now I'm on a bridge. We are walking back and forth across the bridge this stream at the very least. All right. If you are new to the channel, I take a break once an hour, both for my coffee and my sanity. Just a lot of sitting in front of the computer. So you should take a break too. Grab a friend, grab a snack. We like to grow the channel whenever we can. I'll be right back. Whoa, lots of mobs on fire out there. Haven't AFK'd in that spot in a little while. Let's shovel them all. Except for you. Dual wield. Right, I definitely don't need all that dirt. Oh, we're full. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. It feels very claustrophobic when you have two tools up like that. Very strange. Kel Birdie! The 6-month gift subscription, courtesy of Cosmic Dancer, has entered the 3rd month. That's the water keystone badge for for Kel. Where's the time gone? Very, very cool. Thanks so much, Kel. Yeah, so here I'm going to cut back a little bit more. So now coming over the ridge, I feel like we get a decent view as we come down here. We'll just push this back a little bit. Yeah. And we will sort out the rest with textures and stuff. I guess now I just have to drop this down. Let's actually pop that back up, and then this could be a full block. So now we're just doing the same thing we were doing on the other side. Whoops. Getting closer to the flowers. Yeah. So now we just have to even this out. We should be good. I'm not sure whether this is going to stay grass or what, but for now, it's kind of like go with whatever the natural Minecraft terrain is giving us. Try to shape it a little bit. Yeah, so now it feels like it's more carved in. It doesn't feel as curvy. It feels like a pretty straight shot. So I might want to nudge it a little bit north to the right before it gets up to here, but overall, not bad. Okay, so let's get rid of a few things in the inventory. Did you catch any of Pix's Legends stream yesterday after you rated them? Yeah, I watched the rest of it. I watched I think they were kind of already midway through a match with, I think they were, I can't remember whether they were on the same, everybody was on the same team or what. I watched one match where Pix was playing with Grian as well as others. And then another one where they were playing against Grian and Whip and Whip. So I guess I watched the second match. The second match I watched fully, like and totally took all of that in. I've got stairs, I've got slabs. I'm gonna need those. Don't need the coal. All right, so the thing up here that I'm concerned about is that wall feeling a little bit too small, as well as this tower not feeling as cool as the other towers. So I think we'll maybe keep this tower as like a separate texture, and I think I want to try and move this a little bit forward. Because what's going to happen on the top here is going to be a combination of like stairs and slabs, but I'm not even sure how we do that. So it would be like that, and then a stair going this way. And then I guess stair, block, stair, block. I don't know if I've done much with walls that go up so steeply. And then, see, that doesn't really work. Because I'd want the stair to be there. Wait a minute, does that work? Yeah. So then this would be something that you could walk up. I feel like that looks okay. But then it's probably best that we kind of like make it accessible from the top floor of that thing. So we're probably gonna have to make it a little bit taller. It is kind of cool with the sunset. That's kind of fun. You're right, Cosmic, yeah. Yeah, they changed teams to keep it different. Session of 8 people, yeah. I think it could be fun. I'm hoping Pixarifs and I are going to be doing some co-op campaign and then hopefully some co-op PvP. I'm at a disadvantage with all the people that have been playing for a little while, right? All right, so that's a little bit straight, as well as, see, it's so close. You want to just kind of cut into this tower, right? So we'll take this out here, and everything here would just go straight across. Right, which brings you straight into here, if that's how we want to roll. McScrewgunn subscribing at tier 1 for 24 months. 2 years for McScrewgunn. Thank you ever so much. Can we get some love in chat for McScrewgunn? 2 years, my friend. Very, very cool. So we're going to remove these stairs that I just put in. So that actually works out decent in terms of connecting those two. Thank you for 2 great years, says McScrewgunn. Well, thanks, man. That's awesome. So that feels more substantial, right? Like, I like that. I'm not entirely sure about this, but I think what we need to do is change that tower to match like this design. And I think somewhere's around here, I want to bump it forward. So it's so dead poker straight. And we do one of two things. We either bump it back or we bump it forward. And I'm thinking actually maybe back might be the better way to go. Because then we don't have to do anything. I feel like it would feel a little bit nicer going back, which would be an easy thing to change there. And it would give us a better design, I think, for that. Because I think that's an even build. I think that's like 4 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so this would change to be 7. Right, and then this would go 1, 2, go to here. Actually, let's just build this the way that I think it should be built in the first place. Right, so then this would go over to here. And this would just move over by 1 block like that. And then this would go away. One, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. And then how long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So The best place to do this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll bump it here. That is in that spot. It's gonna be hard to kind of visualize, but I might have to go one more. I feel like it's a little bit too close. Yeah, we'll try one more. And by that I mean I'll have to go 2 more, I guess. Yeah, this should work out. I know you mentioned you would revisit Westhill with 1.20 hanging signs. Is there anything else coming you think you might add over here? I'm really looking forward to the changes that they're making to skulk sensors, because I think that I can do some cool stuff with like actually making the bells ring. Can't see them. There's bell towers around. I still have to add the north bell tower, but there are bell towers, and I think it would be really fun to be able to hook up some skulk sensors and some daylight sensors and stuff and try to figure out how to make them ring, but not have the redstone be visible. And by using skulk sensors and calibrated skulk sensors, I think I can do that. I guess I just ditched all of the dirt. But hopefully that looks all right. Now it's a little bit too close the other way. It's annoying. But if we do that, then there's a weird hole in the wall. Cosmic Dancer. $100 tip because you're awesome. Holy smokes. You're awesome. Thank you so much, Cosmic. Wow. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Whoops. So hopefully this will be the final position for this tower. I'm trying to make it match the other towers, and I've absolutely copied what I had before. Whoops. That was not what I wanted to do. So then over here, we have not yet added the extra thickness to the wall. So that actually has to be a stair. Oh, this is going to be interesting. We have to go a little bit farther here. And then we can go out. That's going to be hard. Moving this wall might be futile. It just may not work out because of how small it is. So I was unfortunately doing the donation as you were answering my question. I heard changes to skulk sensors and bell towers. Yeah, so we've got these bell towers around, like these, but they're not actual bells. So I want to hide a bell somewhere down below. And maybe I could activate it at a time of day. Maybe I could activate it whenever a player walks by. That kind of thing. I want to add some ambience and stuff. I might look into some data packs or things like that, but most of what I want to do is going to be related to any kind of like 1.20 changes. Elkhorn95. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a good day. So you can see now that I've changed the wall to be not poker straight. I think it definitely looks better from this side. That feels a little bit strange. We might have to increase the height of that a little bit. This feels a little bit better. And will be slightly longer inside. Know where the door would be here, but I guess closer to one side would make sense. You want to use a lot of cherry blossoms in Somerville? Yeah. I'm not going to come back with cherry blossoms, I don't think, for here. Oh, I know what I needed. I needed andesite slabs. And more than 13. Yeah, so this feels like you're going to fall right off of it, so that doesn't quite work. We will have to do a slight height adjustment here. I guess I should also put in some stairs. probably brick stairs. Actually, those could probably be slabs. So why does that feel so strange? Well, it doesn't feel like you're going to fall off anymore, so that's good. Oh, not that way. And then I also need slabs along these. Yeah, that feels very strange. Doesn't feel like you're going to fall off anymore, though, so that's good. It looks okay on the map. Does it look okay from down here? Eek. So I think one thing there, we've got to take that tower one block taller. And obviously finish it. I guess we'll just lay in some slabs in here. Oops, wrong block. Right, so then we'll go up top. I don't like this at all. I owe McScrewgunn some jelly beans? Why do I owe jelly beans? Sorry, I don't get the reference. So I'm thinking this needs to be taller. And that would mean stair there. Or at least here. So we'll see what that looks like before I add all the details. Oh, he lost beans to McScrewgunn, I see. Yeah, I don't know if I like this, guys. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Maybe the whole thing just doesn't need to be walked along. Maybe we can just leave it as empty. Just a non-traversable wall. I don't like the top of it. The top of it just looks janky and unfinished. It's because of the pattern. It's because of the way that we do the pattern on the wall. So I've got to either rethink it or just come back to it another time. That's right. We've got lots of work to do on the bridge anyway. Yeah, I don't want to raise it, Dojo, because I don't like it. So getting it taller won't really make a difference. It's the wall itself. It's not either end. That's the problem. It's this whole section that I don't like. So that then becomes a problem. All right, well, at least we can focus on the actual bridge. If we do have that tower there, I feel like bringing this down to a proper height would be good. So let's grab... I didn't bring any wood with me. Won't bring all of them. And I don't think I need anything else here. We should be good. So we'll add the wood to the growing shulker box collection. So the height of these towers, I think, is going to be determined by the ability to get up to the top of at least one of them. And so that, I think, we're going to need to be given access here. And I don't know if these are going to be solid, but they're going to be solid for now. Because it's so much easier to place stairs inside something that has walls. And I'd say we want the leading stair to be right here. And hopefully this will pop us out at the right height. It's not a big tower, so we should only have to go around a couple times. And it gets us over the door, which is good. Right, so around one more time should do it. So here would be a good spot. And this might be too short. We'll have to see. I did want to shorten it. So that's good. If this is the top, that'll take this off. Actually, this would probably end up being a wooden top, now that I think about it. And then we would do stairs, I guess, in between. And that would be roughly what I would want that to look like. Which may be too tall. That or just too simple. That could be a thing. This start point makes a lot of sense. We could try the other way as well. What if I came out here? What if that was the top? That might be better. That might be better. Try it at this stage. There's your fall, McScrewgunn. Get your jelly beans back. So this would make sense too. Shorter trip. Yeah, I like, at least that's a height difference. We may also want to increase the size of it a little bit. In terms of the top of it, it might be better off to try something a little bit, I'm not sure what the word is. Can't remember the name of the actual thing, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll do that. And we'll see, I guess I need more. How did I do other towers? Oh, I used stone. Okay. I have ideas. What? Yeah, I don't know. This could be biting off more than I really want from a design perspective, because there's not a lot of wiggle room. actually. Let's try these. Could try andesite too. This just might not be tall enough for this. I kind of like that. Maybe we'll try to keep some of this. Wiggle room? That phrase makes you laugh? Really? Oh, that feels really chunky. I don't mind it. It would give us a larger top. And then we go through and put stairs. Oh, that's a thing. I think if they were both like that, it could look okay. Take it easy, McScrewgunn. We'll see ya around. Thanks for coming by. And thanks again for that sub. 2 years, my goodness. Where did I put the stairs? Did I not just grab stairs to there? This would be one possibility. Doing things this way. It feels a little on the squat side. I'm wondering if I can make it feel a little bit taller by pushing the corners up a little bit. We do have the room to do that. Once again, the small rockets are just a little bit too powerful sometimes. So by taking the corners up, we could try to emphasize the height a little bit. Still gives us a nice hard edge for this. I'm not sure about the texture, but we'll get there. think that helps. It's more interesting. I don't know if that's going to get connected. It may not. But for now, I like that kind of shape. So, don't know what we're going to do for texture, but I do like the idea of at least the scale of this. So let's try it on this side. And I'll just use regular stairs for that. I don't have, oh, there we go, got more. Now this, at least I can get up top very easily. Defend the bridge. I think that probably makes the most sense. So we'll keep this all same on this side, just because we can. Oh, that doesn't go there. And this is where I've not planned anything beyond, you know, the square boxes that you've already seen. So I'm just kind of winging this. And obviously we're going to have to change the height of this. And this will be probably a very low roof building in between. Shapes first, textures later. Yeah, that's usually how I operate, but it gives a nice big spot up here. These unfortunately still don't really give you, you don't feel like you have a lot of room. So we could do something like this in the corners to get people up high enough to defend. It might actually be worth going all the way along. Although then you can pop up on it, which is not the best. That feels a little bit funny, but mostly I'm going for shape. They do feel a little bit funny in the middle. Well, that one's lower than it should be anyway. Yeah, I think I like that. Not sure about the textures. Definitely, we need to have some texture changes so that it's all not so uniform. That's for sure. Hope you left enough wiggle room for your break. Hey, you know, you use that properly. And you probably giggled yourself silly, but still, that's fine. Yes, I should take another break. So this is probably going to be much, much lower. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put like a dark oak roof on this, similar to the roofs that we see on the towers. So similar to that. I think we'll probably end up putting some sort of roof on this. I think that's pretty good. I'm not entirely sure about the texture shifts, but we'll probably get there. I'm sure we could have some fun with it. Once again, folks, I take a break once an hour. It is that time for me to step away. Grab a friend, grab a snack. We'll be right back. Melon TV and Archeo Plays. Hello, hello, welcome in. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I was like, it looks like there's a lot more flowers in the field than there was previously. I guess that's the advantage of being AFK far from what I'm building, is that server mates can come on and do flower dumps. This fair city of Shulkerton is hereby protected. You're welcome. Convenient. What do I need? I guess I need to look at what we're going to do next. I wonder who did that, Dan. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. All right. Well, we know we can pull this underside across and fix the other side of the bridge up. I'm going to take a quick flight over to the east bridge just because I want to see. I know I did the deck with andesite and stone, but I kind of want to look at the approach. Right, so we just kind of dithered it together. I really wish we could do something like this. It's going to be a little bit tricky. It just looks so clean. But that's the advantage of doing something flat. Couldn't resist. Who indeed? Who indeed? Right, so this is probably going to change to stone. And I think here we can bump this out a little bit. Honestly, probably we'll go 3. Just because that is probably going to be like that. Oh, am I really out of stone? Damn. Okay. Clean it up for you. Whatever is left was just, whoever left that was just rude. No, I thought it was funny. It's fine. Okay. I think we might have to think about getting rid of this ridge in the middle. I mean, it's just for counting. It's just for measurement sake. I don't know how we are going to be able to do anything along the side. I'm very curious about how we're going to handle these front pieces. And right now, I think the thing to do is going to be to pull along the underside as best we can. We've got stairs, slabs, stone. I'm going to need regular stone, stone stairs, and stone slabs. Probably more than that. So in here, we dropped in by a bit. I think what we'll do is come straight across, at least for now. so that's the start. And it is right on the edge of the bridge. So one more. That makes sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So it was stair, whole block, slab. And then 2 full blocks. And 3 slabs. And I was going to use scaffolding, but you know what? I just don't want to. And then just fill this in. Oh, where's McScrewgunn when you need him? McScrew's son is going to be full of jelly beans and it's going to be all my fault. Silly rain. Stop it. The rain made me slip, yeah. I'm glad that's not a mechanic in Minecraft. Man, that would be annoying. Oh, thank you. That goes there, and then this is all solid. That looks right to me. Now the question is, are we going to make that solid all the way underneath, or do we want to kind of go in by a bit and up a little bit? So by that, do I want to go up here and have the bridge sort of have a little bit more of a, let's say, like a layered effect to it? Kind of have like a block to a half block gap. Now here we could probably keep it straightforward and simple. Funny if Mojang had put it in as a April Fool's joke, slipping in the rain. Yeah. I mean, you already slip on ice, I guess. So there's that. Oh, maybe I want this to be a different color, or different texture rather. If we do it this way, maybe we want this to switch around. Seeing some old bridge attempts in the ceiling. That's not how that goes. So those are exposed. Okay. So that, and that. And then this goes in here. I think like this. That feels a little bit funny. All right, so one side looks better than the other, so it's definitely having that down low is cool. And that's a slab, not a stair. Nope. Can't see. Yeah, that looks right. Question is, does that look good from the outside? Because the view is not really meant to be from the underside of the bridge. I think I kind of like that layered look. Because then we just continue that layer all along the inside. So we would just remove some of this. Come on. Silly mouse. Please work. And then it was a whole block, I think? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be adding anything like trolls into the bridges. Try to keep them as simple as I can. I've never been a big fan of like the weird organic stuff that people do in Minecraft. It always feels so static to me. I mean, I don't want to, you know, slam anybody's wonderful sculpture skills when it comes to that kind of stuff, but for me personally, it just has never been something that I've found Minecraft is very good at, you know, in terms of the suspension of disbelief is usually what I'm after. So the question is, if this is all flat in here, is this going to look okay or is it going to look really boring? Oh, out of slabs. I may have to raise this up a bit. I mean, it makes it feel pretty solid. So there's that. Which is nice. Now here, I think, is where I'm going to have to change this a little bit. So I think what we're going to have to do here is different arch inside here. And then we can take away these. I don't know about that. We'll have to see. Have to fill in the rest here, I guess. I think maybe we'd have to have a bit there. It's okay. Feels like it doesn't quite get where it needs to go. It's a little bit better, but because they're different textures, I feel like different structures. And it's hard to work under the bridge in the dark. I always feel like those kind of sculptures in Minecraft are amazing, but just kind of on their own. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it could be, if it's not meant to be alive, right? If it's just meant to be like like I shouldn't say alive. It's not meant to be mobile. Like if it's not an animal, if it's a plant or a custom thing, like tree or static thing, then I think it's a little bit better. Yeah, this is all very hard to see. What would this look like if I took some of this out? Yeah, I think that's probably more interesting. Definitely makes you dizzy staring at the ceiling doing builds like this, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that's better. I don't know about that part. That part actually makes it feel weaker somehow, whereas this feels a lot more sturdy. So let's try something else on this side here on the cliff. And we'll come in here. I think I'll have to take out some of this stone bit. Don't mind having some of it there, but I think too much of it won't work. Right, grab that. And then take this out too. All right, so I have a little bit of water to fill in. But overall, I feel like that feels much sturdier. I'm curious if we had other things in here structurally, if it would look good too. How do you keep track of the shape you're trying to go for when something like this, in case of using different textures in and out? Yeah, I sort of, you know, I kind of like that. I think that looks kind of cool. I just kind of go for, the overarching shape, and then I start to think about cross sections, if that makes sense. And then this just seemed very flat and boring, so I thought, well, maybe we can spice it up a bit. And maybe even have it go up there. So instead of having this arch out of stone, we could have it out of these little recesses. Could also point them the other way. Sometimes I like to just try different stuff, see what works. Sometimes you have a happy accident. Sometimes you do not. I feel like these maybe need to be stone bricks. Yeah, that kind of works. Although now I feel like this part is too low. So I've gone from something maybe perhaps too complicated, and I'm trying to simplify it a bit. And because you can see a little bit underneath there, I think that's kind of cool. I think maybe that's what we'll do. Yeah. And we'll have lots of opportunities later to have like mossy bits to decorate this. And I like the cross section it gives here. That's kind of fun. So it'll be an interesting shoreline on that side, it'll have all these kind of like ins and outs and stuff. Feels a lot more like it's been added to the cliff face rather than just attached to it, I guess. Yeah, I much prefer that, I think. We're still dealing with a lot of the same textures, and some of that could be helped by these towers. And so these towers could be changed to be something more interesting, and that's very likely what I'm going to do. Whether it's andesite or whatever, like we've already got an idea up there about something being different, right? So we could try that. We could also just try this being stone. Although if the deck's going to be stone, maybe that doesn't want to be stone. I don't know. We'll see. There's definitely ideas that I have where we could make those look a little bit more interesting. I'm even not sure that this is going to stay like this. Like one of the things that I was thinking about doing would be taking this in. Maybe just taking a chunk out of this. Sort of like an L shape. It doesn't mean much from the ground. It does make them feel a little bit less imposing, and it lines this 3 up with the 3 there. That's if that stays 3. We might make those bigger too. Because one of the things I thought would be cool would be, I guess we'll use those. And that would be like put a pattern inside of this. So we'd have to get rid of all the blocks in the middle. That's 3 by 3. But then here, I thought it would be cool to have walls. It doesn't have to be cobblestone. But that could add some very cool depth to it as well. And sort of like echo the pattern we have going in there. Which could be also be walls. We could change that to walls too. You're nicknaming the bridge Sunset Bridge? I've not been great at naming stuff around here. I feel like a lot of what I've been using is things like West Ridge Bridge, West River Bridge, Westgate. Like I really haven't been all that inventive with it. So we could try andesite walls as well. And without everything in the middle, they don't connect and they don't make that funny little ridge. So you've got this nice little recess. I mean, andesite I think is a lot nicer. But we could also come up, like, we could also do something more dramatic, like deep slate could be cool. Polished deep slate wall might look good. Polished deep slate, even if we don't use it for the whole thing, we could make some of the stuff at the bottom maybe look a little bit wet, you know? Yeah, I don't mind the andesite. Right, I think I'm happy with that. So let's apply those ridges to everything underneath here so that we can call the underside of this done. glad I put all this dirt down. If this was all scaffolding, this would be so annoying. And then raise this one up. I'm gonna have to go inside of this probably and fill it in somehow. Probably just with dirt. Oh, come on. Okay, that's that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I like it. Okay, I do have the things that I want. Oh, thanks, Cosmic. All right, so then same thing over here. These get knocked up. And it is in line with that. So this becomes that. This side is also messed up. This is out too far. Oh, wow. Like, way too far. I think that's right. Yes. Okay, cool. So then we've got that. And then these are even with those. So they go in here. And then there's another stair on top of that. See, we didn't do the same thing over here at first, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, 2 stairs and slab. Or a whole block, whatever. What does this look like if this is a slab instead? Oh wait, that's not right. Stair, block, goes like that. Is that right? Stair, stair, and then it comes down by a half block. So that's not right. Does it just stop there? Yeah, it just stops there. So my question actually is, what would it look like if this was a slab? We'll just compare the two. The bridges that you made at the world's center, I definitely want to remake them now. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm helping. I'm glad I'm helping. Ooh, what do we like? Left or right? I feel like the one on the right might be a little bit more integrated. So the difference is that there's some stone brick slabs there, and there's not here. Not that you can really see it. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing where, like, I just like doing this as an artist, like as a completionist and as someone that, you know, wants to finish this project in the round, you know? Right, says Kel. Yeah, I agree. All right, so that's the underside there. This is a great big old 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a big old 5 chunk. So this is not right. And does that take a step back? Yes, okay. I think it does it up here. Yep. All right, so for now, that's the underside done. And now with all the scaffolding away, it should look a lot nicer. A lot of salmon. I don't know if we're going to leave the rock there. We might. I definitely haven't finished doing the landscaping over on this side, that's for sure. Dark again. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. Yeah, I think that's cool. Because you got to remember there's probably going to be a farm here, so you're going to be able to see little bits of underneath the bridge here and there. Can I make this, I wonder? Oh, yep. Sweet. That's one more idea for there. We also have regular stone walls. Which I've got a funny feeling are going to be kind of boring. Ooh, I like the deep slate. Maybe not the polished deep slate, but I do like the deep slate. That could be a lot of fun. And that is I mean, that works, but it's kind of boring. Tulich, hello, hello. Welcome in. So unfortunately, the way that I've done this, it doesn't really let me widen these towers at the base. We could mimic this a little bit and widen them at the top, and that would give me some more play up there. I'll show you what I mean. Let's just say I wanted this to be a 5x5. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I like that. And it starts to get very big. Yep, I think that might be a no for that. At least for now. The idea that I had was I wanted to create more of a pattern with those walls inlaid, because we would have the room to do that. I could try to do that on the towers at the top, maybe. That could help. Yeah, the darker deep slate does look more like a shadow. It also looks a little bit wet, which is nice. We've got tile, cobble. I got too much crap in my inventory. So there's cobblestone, deep brick, polished tile. I feel like tile's going to be too dark. We can try it. We'll see what's up. If we do this, we're probably going to have to change the actual column pieces. Also, maybe these should be a little bit more like sturdy at the base, and then from here up we could do the tile or the so tile, brick, cobblestone. And tile, I think, is probably going to be too dark. Yeah, tile doesn't really work. We could probably do a combination of a few different things. Probably do a combo of a few different things. Tricky. Yeah, deep slate, the cobble deep slate looks pretty good. So does the deep slate brick. That really looks like a shadow because it's the same texture pattern as what we've got going on there. A combination might work, especially if we do any kind of break. So like if there's a spot in here where maybe I throw in something like this. That could work. Having one be different than the other. Have it in thirds, maybe. I quite like that. And we could do something similar here. Depending on how we want to handle it. Where did that go? Although that feels a little bit strange. Maybe slabs. These are feeling kind of tall anyway. This is the kind of stuff where you just kind of brainstorm around until you find something that you like. And now I can't get out. It works if it wasn't so low to the ground there. It's the only thing. I'm not sure I like that. Like, I feel like this should still connect, so maybe we have to do some sort of stair here just to kind of alleviate that tangent. That's not bad. But even then, it still feels a little bit tall. Maybe we take it right down to the ground. I guess if we did that, then that sort of works. I did it again. Too busy trying to collect stuff. Doesn't quite have the right feel to it, does it? Now it looks like Lego. Mossy deep slate. Yeah, mossy deep slate would be a nice touch, I agree. If we had it. Yeah, I'm stumped on what's going to happen there. I feel like they still have to be... I don't know. I mean, I like what I did here, too. We could also just run the stairs all the way around them as well. So keep them fairly tall, but minimize the edge of them a little bit. See, that to me looks a little bit better. It may actually be something that's what, 3? That's 3, but then I feel like this is too long. That's a little bit better. I think I like that more. The alternative, of course, would be just to do the same thing, but with stairs and slabs. And then full blocks. Or actually, I guess we could do stairs on the inside too. No, I guess if we do this, then the inside has to be full blocks. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Rounding them out's not a bad idea either, because then we could also throw in stuff like that. That could be cool. Just the one. It's a lot more subtle. I think I like that. I think I like where that is going, because then we could do that on all the sides. Now, is there any way that I could change this to be... It could be more interesting, yeah. So we'd lose the side there. Did I take that back a notch? I did take that back a notch. Okay, that's why I'm messed around here. Thanks, Cosmic. Appreciate the heads up. Put that up here, there. Move that. Put that there, that there. And then around the middle, we do stairs. Bring that forward. That. The funny thing about Minecraft sometimes is that you try to, the more that you play it, the more you try to fight the square nature of it sometimes. And honestly, sometimes it's better to lean into it and just make things as square as you can. So something like that has a lot more character to it. Don't know about those. I've also got those mini blocks, so we could put mini blocks on the edges of these and have them be a little bit taller, and that could look quite cool, because I think the mini block is the same height as the slab, so it could be very cool looking, especially if we use the andesite mini block. That would be Spot on. I don't think I have any here. See, and then on this side, we could pull this down in the same way that we've got them elsewhere. And so that when you're coming down the bridge, you might be able to see that. Probably not. We'll know it's there. You'll be able to see it from the tower. Yeah, okay, so I'm not crazy about the plus sign. I might have to switch that up. Oh, I missed a spot there. That's why it looks funny. I was like, why does it look weird? There we go. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be nice if we could do something else in the middle here. Perhaps we could get some different colors or something. If we end up with some andesite going on, I think that mixing some andesite into that could be good. I certainly like it better than this. I certainly like it better than that. So we'll roll with that for now. And I don't know what we're gonna do for the other support. I do like the challenge of working in the deep slate. I don't yet know if we're going to be using the bricks. I think the cobble might be the better choice, just to break up the texture. But I do like having a couple of these little bars, so we might try to throw those in there as well. And then I don't know what's happening with the top of these. I do like what we did with that. Maybe not the cobblestone, but very similar to like this look. I feel like we could probably do that. I don't know if we're going to use, we could probably use all andesite instead of just stone, and then change this to match whatever we do on the bridge. We could also, some of these are tall. We could work some of this deep slate into some of this, which could be kind of cool. Some tough and stuff would help as well. But it's not going to be all the same texture. I can tell you that. And I've got no idea what's happening here. That's trash. I don't like that at all. So one way to fix this is going to be to remove that angle that I put in it. So instead of having this be over by a block, if I change it back to being straight, then it should alleviate the issues that I'm seeing here. Because part of the problem is the perspective. So I might move that back and then see what I can come up with. Because I don't mind the visual of the wall there. It's more so just the top of it is just not what I want. And so we'll have to figure that out. And again, the wall might not be something that we need to be able to walk along. Maybe we put a path inside of it, and then that way the top of it can be whatever shape we want, right? So we can remove the functionality of it and focus on just how it looks. The Lego one looks like a maintenance shaft. Yeah, it does sort of look like a manhole cover or something to a sewer, doesn't it? So yeah, we'll probably, that's not staying. I like what I've got going on here a little bit better. Although the problem with this is that it looks drastically different than what we have up here. So I think we're going to have to try and take what we like from this and try to mash it into the towers, and we'll try to make them both look like versions of themselves. We can probably find some spots for walls on those towers too. But anyway, I'm going to pass you all on to Tadpole Milk, who is a fantastic streamer, a fun content creator. Be sure to hang around. Make sure you refresh your Twitch stream. Twitch the last couple of days has not been sending my raids along, and I'd really appreciate it if y'all could refresh your stream. That way you'll go along with the raid. You can also follow me on Twitch and on YouTube. That's Joel Duggan on Twitch, Joel Duggan on Twitter, and it's Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube, where you can find everything that we've done here in Westhill over the last couple of years, really. New podcast out on the Spunchunks at thespunchunks.com. A big thank you to Cosmic Dancer for the lovely donation today, to McScrewgunn for 2 years of tier 1 subs, Kelberty renewing that sub that Cosmic has gifted, and all the other bits and gifts that have happened so far this weekend. Y'all are awesome. I really appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 3 hours. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Minecraft afternoon with Tadpole Milk.
My name is